Hey guys, today on People Now, the new images that may lead to more answers in the alleged attack of Empire star Jussie Smollett.
Dwayne Johnson for president? We think it has a nice ring to it, but is The Rock really cooking anything up when it comes to politics? Also today, Ariana Grande fixes her botched tattoo. We'll tell you what it says now.
Plus, the CBS hit show The Neighborhood was just renewed for season 2. Star Max Greenfield is excited. He's telling us what to expect.
It's live today on People Now.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to People Now, The Rock for president. That's
I
an
know.
interesting thought, isn't it?
That's not really going to happen. I don't
Crazier
know.
things have happened.
That is very, very true.
Today, though, we're celebrating Throwback Thursday as Marcia Gay Harden takes us on a trip down memory lane. We're giving you a little sneak peek of her episode of Entertainment Weekly's Couch Surfing. That's coming up later in the show.
Yes, to get you excited, we want to know, what is your favorite Marcia Gay Harden role? Did you love her in The First Wives Club, Law & Order? Maybe you were a big fan of The Mist. Also, we cannot forget about 50 Shades Darker. Vote for your favorite in our People poll.
Honestly, I haven't thought of The Mist in a long time. That was a great film. I'm all in for that one.
50 Shades Darker would be interesting if that one won. I don't think that one is winning.
We'll see. Yeah, I don't think so either. We're going to check in on those results, though, and find out. Maybe you'll surprise us. We'll take a look at Marcia's appearance on Couch Surfing in just a bit as well. But for now, we switch gears to this. Police have released photos of 2 persons of interest in the alleged assault on Empire actor Jussie Smollett. The images posted on Twitter show 2 men dressed in dark clothing walking side by side near Smollett's home the morning of that attack. Now, though the images do not show their faces, Chicago police spokesman Anthony Guglielmi says investigators do have some video footage that could solve the apparent hate crime. Smollett was assaulted early Tuesday. Chicago police released a statement confirming that 2 offenders yelled out racial and homophobic slurs. They began to batter the victim in the face and poured an unknown chemical substance on the victim. At some point during the incident, one of the offenders wrapped a rope around the victim's neck. Smollett later recalled the attackers, also calling out the abbreviation of Donald Trump's slogan, "Make America Great Again," during that assault. Now, Guglielmi says police are actively working on that case. The quote is, "While video does not capture the encounter, detectives are taking the development seriously and wish to question individuals as more cameras are being reviewed." Guglielmi tells People that Chicago has the largest private surveillance network in the country, with over 3,500 cameras citywide. He says, quote, "That particular area is saturated with our cameras, as well as private cameras and red light cameras. If someone drove into this area, we will find them." That's his quote. You can stay on people.com for all the latest developments on that story. A recently unsealed deposition reveals exactly how Lady Gaga came to Kesha's defense after the TiK ToK singer sued music producer Dr. Luke in 2014 for allegedly drugging and raping her, as well as allegedly verbally and emotionally abusing her for a decade. Luke has vehemently denied those allegations, and up until Tuesday, it was unknown what Gaga had said in her September 2017 deposition. But according to documents obtained by People and first reported by The Blast, Gaga pushed back against Luke's group of lawyers and their line of questioning, telling one lawyer that she should be ashamed of herself. And when Gaga began her deposition, her lawyers reminded the group that Gaga herself was a sexual abuse survivor who suffers from PTSD. When Gaga began to cry, her lawyer announced that as a trigger event for the record. Now, Gaga then recalled meeting Kesha at Dr. Luke's studio, adding that at the time, Kesha was in the back wearing only underwear. And when asked what Kesha told her about the alleged abuse, Gaga replied, quote, "What I recall was her immense sadness and depression and fear. She was visibly very different than when I had seen her before." Luke's lawyers continued to ask about the accusations' effects on Dr. Luke's reputation, to which Gaga replied, quote, "I made my view of him and his reputation when I saw her in that back room. That was an image of something that happened to me, and I felt and knew in my heart that she was telling the truth, and I believe her." That's Gaga's quote. Luke's lawyer then asserted that Gaga had no personal knowledge or information on the alleged abuse, to which Gaga responded, "Yes, I do have knowledge. She told me he assaulted her." She later said, "When men assault women, they don't invite people over to watch as witnesses." And she continued saying, "When this happens in this industry, it is kept extremely secret and is compounded by contracts and manipulative power scenarios that actually include this very situation that we are all in right now." Again, that was Gaga's quote. In a statement to People on Wednesday, Dr. Luke's team, his legal team, and attorney Christine LaPera responded to Lady Gaga's deposition becoming public. They said, "Being passionate about a topic that concerns us all is admirable. However, Lady Gaga has no knowledge of what happened on the night at issue because she was not there." Gaga was deposed to speak in the ongoing Dr. Luke Kesha legal battle because of text messages recovered between her and Kesha. Now, those messages leaked in June of 2018. After Kesha's initial 2014 lawsuit, Luke countersued Kesha for a breach of contract and defamation. In 2016, a judge dismissed Kesha's abuse claims, but the legal battle continues. There's a lot to unpack there. You can check it all out on people.com. Although Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will not be running for president in 2020, the idea, guys, is not entirely off the table. In an interview with IndieWire at the 2019 Sundance Film Festival, The Rock said, quote, "I lack the experience, I lack a lot of things, certainly not now." Despite also ruling out a 2020 run in a Rolling Stone profile last year, he told IndieWire that he may get political further down the road. He said, "I'm not ruling out the idea if I can make a bigger impact somehow or potentially surround myself with good people." But for now, Johnson is busy acting and producing movies, including the new British wrestling comedy Fighting With My Family, which debuted at Sundance and will be released in theaters on February 14th. We're very excited for that one. The Rock went on to add, "We're staying in our lane. I have a lot of friends who are politicians, many former presidents, senators, you name it. While it's extremely flattering that a good amount of people feel that I should run for president or make a decent president or not suck at being president, at the end of the day, I have a tremendous amount of respect for that position." That's The Rock's quote.
Yeah, what do you think, Jeremy, about The Rock potentially being the president?
Well, here's what I do think about him. I think that anything he decides to do, he goes all in.
Oh, yeah.
And he does the very best he could do. He seems like he has a lot of integrity. I don't know. He'd be the most jacked president in history. No doubt.
He would. I mean, he wouldn't be the first wrestler to actually hold political office, though. I think a lot of people would be surprised by that.
Right.
But Glenn Jacobs, a.k.a. Kane, was recently elected mayor in Tennessee.
Kane as mayor. Jesse the Body Ventura was governor of Minnesota, very famously.
And also, not quite a wrestler, but we cannot forget bodybuilder Arnold the Governor. So, you know what?
Yeah, governor of California.
It's happened.
A whole handful of other celebs as well that have kind of been thrown around as possible runs for president this next time. Oprah, Kanye West,
Yes.
who knows what's going to happen with him politically, right?
I think Alec Baldwin, Katy Perry, even joking about it at one point. I think that's what they do. They first joke about it, put it out there, see the reaction, and then it comes to fruition for some people.
I don't know if this is a popular take or not. I think we could move away from celebrities as president, and I don't think it would be a bad
I think a lot of people would agree with you. I think so.
Not a terrible idea.
But
Anyway.
if you had to pick a celebrity to be president, who would you choose?
I think we should move away from celebrities as presidents and just
All right, fine.
leave it
If
to
I
them.
had to choose, I would say Oprah. Anyway,
Okay, there you
maybe
go.
we should move away.
All right, you've got more for us in Star Treks.
I do. We are kicking off Star Treks today with some Adult Swim. This is really fun. Chrissy Teigen shared a video to her Instagram of her husband, John Legend, taking swimming lessons at an LA-based swim school, captioning it, "So proud." Well, we are proud of you too, John. Look at you go. In the clip shared on Wednesday night, Legend is seen paddling underneath the water from one side of their pool to the other while an instructor watches on from the shallow end stairs. The video is muted, and while replying to a comment by a follower, Teigen explained that there's no sound because she said, "I am cheering too loudly." That's what she said. This video comes only 2 days after the 40-year-old announced on Twitter that he was starting to take swim lessons for the first time in nearly 35 years. Now, despite the unusually late start, Legend says that he was actually one step ahead of his father, Ronald Stevens, who started to learn how to swim when he was in his 60s. So it wasn't only fans amused by the video. Even some celebrities chimed in, with model Nina Agdal commenting, "The things I do to unmute this," and Catherine McPhee adding that this was an indirect and very low-key flex for people stuck in the polar vortex. I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Even Olympic gold medalist swimmer Simone Manuel replied saying, "Please, please, please, let me teach John Legend and you how to swim." I feel like, knowing Chrissy, she could maybe get them all on board and do that. All right, Ariana Grande has fixed her misspelled Japanese palm tattoo.
Oh, thank God.
That was very quick. The singer showed off her fixed tattoo in this Instagram video, thanking her Japanese tutor for coming up with the plan to fix the mistake and her doctor for giving her painkillers to help with the pain. She also wrote, "Rest in peace, Tin Charcoal Grill. Miss you, man. I actually really liked you." This whole thing's actually really funny. So earlier Wednesday night, Grande revealed she was working to fix the mistake in this Instagram picture, saying, "We have a plan." Now, the original tattoo, which Ariana showed off in a now deleted Instagram picture, was supposed to be a tribute to her new single, 7 Rings, but because of a spelling mistake, ended up reading "small charcoal grill" in Japanese. Can you imagine when you find
It's like
that out?
the first thing you check on, right?
You would think. Well, fans were quick to pounce on the mistake. The internet spares no one, not even Ariana Grande. At least the song is performing well, giving Ariana her second ever #1 single, with Billboard reporting that it debuted at the top of their Hot 100 list. 7 Rings is from her upcoming 5th album, Thank You Next, which is out February 8th. I'm glad she got that tattoo
Me too.
fixed. Colton Underwood is proving that even the most eligible bachelor can suffer from fashion faux pas. The reality TV star shared this post on Instagram on Wednesday, featuring 2 different pictures of himself rocking a suit, one from present day, of course, and one from a very awkward prom photo shoot there on the left. Look at him. Colton confirmed in the comments that the picture on the left was taken during his sophomore year of high school, more than a decade ago. Look, he looks nervous or something.
I think a lot of shoulders going on.
Yeah, Colton is just now catching up to the 10-year challenge, but we aren't mad about it. I think it's an amazing throwback. Makes me wonder who let him wear this white oversized suit.
No, back in the day, I think that was the look.
Really?
Yeah.
It's clearly too big, I think.
Look at that.
Or at least to relax his shoulders a little bit. I don't know. The second picture proves that Colton's come a long way in the style department since high school. He captioned the post, "It's crazy what a tailor and some confidence can do for a person." And it totally shows. His present day picture looks way more like the flirty Colton we all know and love. He strikes a pose in a fitted gray suit. Either way, looking good, Colton. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. We are tracking your favorite royals on all their public engagements this week. We've got all the highlights and how Kate and Meghan were twinning at one point, if you can believe it. Plus, we're joined live by the neighborhood star Max Greenfield. He's also starring in What Men Want. A lot going on with him. Taraji P. Henson also in that. We're going to chat about everything coming up.
All right, guys, we're giving you a sneak peek of Marcia Gay Harden's episode of Couch Surfing in just a little bit. She'll be taking a trip down memory lane, talking about some of her biggest projects. So we've been asking what your favorite Marcia Gay Harden role is. So let's take a look at our poll so far. I don't know.
What do you
50
love?
Shades? You're gonna...
First Wives Club. That's great.
Yeah,
so it's
50
like the
Shades
throwback.
Darker
Yeah.
not doing. Wait, weren't you rooting for The Mist?
I apparently forgot to vote. It would have been clear if I had. Unbelievable.
That's 0%.
Hey, everyone, go check out The Mist, please. Stream it,
Who gets some
iTunes,
votes
whatever.
for The Mist? Have
missing
we ever
any?
had 0% on the poll?
Talk about like zero prediction, like no love whatsoever for
I just think,
option 4.
yeah, people don't trust you, Jeremy, and your takes.
Yeah, well, you're going to try. After you go see it, you get back and let me know. Keep voting in our People poll, but now we move on to this.
Yeah, on a more serious tone here. We've been hearing about Jenny Farley, aka JWoww from Jersey Shore, a lot in the past couple of months. She's been having some marital issues with her husband, Roger Matthews.
Yeah, so to recap a bit, JWoww filed for divorce from Roger in September. That was after 3 years of marriage, and things were seeming civil until December. That's when she filed a restraining order after she and Roger got into a heated argument.
Yeah, now, this was all very public. There were a bunch of Instagram posts. Roger claimed he called the police himself following the restraining order. Watch this.
I called the police to preemptively get ahead of what I thought she was going to do. I got woken up at 2 o'clock in the morning by the police. She filed a restraining order. I'm not allowed to see my children. Not allowed to even text Jenny about my children.
Now, if you remember, he had posted a lot of videos this night.
And fast forward to Wednesday night, JWoww posted on her website some startling clips alleging that, Roger was attacking her.
Yeah, in the video, Matthews can be seen shoving a woman, presumably Farley, to the ground in the kitchen. Harsh words were exchanged before the two walked away.
It's really intense, and obviously this is something you don't want to see happening. And prior to those clips, she actually posted part of a lengthy statement on her Instagram. It said in part, quote, "I have spent the last few months trying to protect our children from public humiliation because as parents we're supposed to protect them. I wanted to handle this out of the spotlight because our silence is their greater good. Even when you try to disgrace my name, make false accusations, and even point blank lie, I still remain silent, as challenging as it is. Why? Because greater good."
Yeah,
that was her quote.
Yeah, she also said this quote, "She can no longer sit idly by while you mistreat and malign me in such an egregious manner." I mean, this whole thing is heartbreaking, especially when kids are involved and it's so public like this.
These are all allegations, of course, and when he went public with that video and started doing those sort of Instagram confessionals, I was like, uh-oh, this is not going to end well. That kind of thing only intensifies the situation. Back in December, Snooki, in a since-deleted Instagram post, actually posted a clip of JWoww talking to the police saying that she didn't want Roger away from the children and that he's a good father. So mixed information here, left and right. I mean, Snooki getting involved, I don't know if it was good or bad, but she's her friend.
I mean, they're best friends, and this is all kind of happening in real time. So as soon as someone posts something on social media, then you want to fire back and then have your proof. So it's a lot of people just posting everything that kind of prove that their side is correct and the other person is in the wrong.
Yeah.
But it's very messy, and the big question is what's going to happen moving forward with the marriage, with the kids. They're filming Jersey Shore Family Vacation. So I'm wondering if we're going to see that unfold on the show.
I guess on the most surface and sort of the most shallow level of all of it, it's probably not bad for the show. I mean,
No,
you know what I
it's
mean?
not.
This kind of thing plays out.
They've aired dirty laundry before on the show, and that obviously brings viewers in.
And the more scandal there is outside, the more people will watch. But as far as their family and their kids, that's where we land on the tough part.
I mean, for their sanity, I feel like this should be kept in private.
Yeah. It was rumored that Roger was trying to get on the show to share his side of the story, by the way. So, I don't know. We'll hope they can figure things out for the sake of their kids, and we'll keep you posted on all that.
224 million people around the country have been experiencing below freezing temperatures, with at least 10 deaths reportedly linked to the extreme weather.
There's a lot going on. Officials in Iowa have said 4 deaths have happened there, including a college student who was discovered on Wednesday. It's really heartbreaking, and deaths have also been reported in Illinois as well.
Now, Chicago experienced frost quakes. So this is when water freezes underground, dirt and soil expands, and then it makes a large booming sound, which of course has been freaking a lot of people out.
I've never heard of that.
Never
That's
heard of
pretty
that.
bizarre. It's something that occurs when there's a sudden drop in temperature. In Chicago, temperatures dipped to a record-breaking 27 degrees below zero.
Wow, and that's the actual temperature, not wind chill. Now, New York did not experience anything close to that, but there was an unexpected snow squall on Wednesday. So it was clear skies and all of a sudden a snowstorm. You're looking at a time-lapse video of how quickly it all came on right there.
It's like this blinding snowstorm. It's a weather phenomenon similar to a sudden rainstorm in the summer, but this time it's just freezing and snow, so it just kind of like blankets everything out.
Yeah, but get this. So as everyone is bundled up, in Minnesota, a male college student was caught walking outside wearing shorts. So this picture kind of went viral. He's wearing shorts, and the best part is he didn't want to give his name because he said his mom would be mad.
I love that. He covered his face up and everything. Look, this is something that I think college students do if it's a short distance.
I feel like guys do this all the time. I always see guys doing this.
I remember jaunting across campus, like, okay, maybe you're going from your dorm to the gym or something like
Did you
that.
go through this
It's
phase, Jeremy?
but you bundle up at the top, and then your legs can handle it. It's like runners. I mean, runners can, as long as your core is warm. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
It's got to be a short distance. Our executive producer's son, by the way, is one of the people that does this. He insists on not wearing a jacket, only a hoodie. But anyway, I think
will say moms know everything. I'm sure that kid's mom definitely saw this picture now that it's all viral.
she recognizes those legs.
Yeah, well, hopefully she convinced him to put on some pants for future outings, because weather reports estimate 75% of the population will continue to experience below freezing temperatures until about Sunday. So stay safe out there, everyone.
All right, guys, here we go. Meghan Markle is one busy mama-to-be. She stepped out today at one of her new patronages, the Association of Commonwealth Universities. Here to break down that appearance and so much more are People's senior news editors Erin Hill and Nick Maslow. Thank you so much for being here, guys. It's good to see you.
Thank
you.
Where should we begin? Meghan's first official visit here with this patronage, ACU as they call it. What's the ACU? What's the purpose of this?
So the Association of Commonwealth Universities is really important because it was the Queen's patronage and she bestowed it upon Meghan. So it's a really
pretty big deal, right?
It's
Yeah.
a huge deal. So it's the world's first international university network. And so they work to just support higher education across the Commonwealth. And it's a cause really important to Meghan. And today she met with students at the City University of London to discuss more about how being at university is impacting their lives.
As everything that the royals do, we know is very symbolic and significant. So for the Queen herself to kind of bring Meghan into the fold in this way is a significant deal, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it means a lot. All right, let's talk about this. You mentioned her busy schedule. She was also out and about on Wednesday, another patronage visit, this time at the National Theatre in London. Talk about that and the significance there.
Marking her return to the stage from Suits, she joined a workshop with other actors, chatted with apprentices working as technicians in the carpentry, metalwork, and painting departments. Plus, super cute, she caught a sweet performance by a group of school children.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of like the behind the scenes, the nuts and bolts of the theater, right? Kind of getting in there with the people that make it all happen.
Exactly, and there was this adorable meme-worthy moment where a little boy was staring up adoringly at her, and so you could see, he's
there we go.
just
Yeah,
as charmed,
perfectly lit too, by the way.
just as charmed as all of us, just as charmed about.
That's incredible. And obviously, that's got to be really special to Meghan. The theater and acting in that world has a special place in her heart. And I'm sure the people there and those kids could really feel that and sense that. Let's talk about the shoes a bit. I think that's something that...
Yes, so this is a romantic nod to Harry that day. She's wearing her Aquazzura crisscross pumps, which of course she wore on the day she announced her engagement to Harry.
Wow, you are on top of it. That is quite the callback.
That's right.
All right, I love that. All right, so royal watchers might be wondering, where is Harry during all this? He was actually on some official business for Queen Elizabeth this week. Let's take a quick look at a speech that he gave. Watch.
As someone who is about to become a father, I am acutely aware of our shared responsibility to make this world more resilient and its inhabitants more accountable for the next generation. The only way to see real progress is not by chance, it's by change. Let's get to work.
There we go. I'm on board. Let's do it. What are we doing, though? What's this call to action all about?
Well, Harry had a very important engagement on Wednesday when he took part in a roundtable discussion with young leaders from across the Commonwealth. It's part of his new role as Commonwealth Youth Ambassador, which he took over for the Queen in April. He gave a moving speech where he opened up about becoming a first-time dad and how that's made him even more focused on the future generation.
We're seeing those moments sneak in more and more where he's talking about how excited he is about becoming a father.
Yeah, and this is part of that ongoing process as we've seen the Queen sort of slowly take a step back in some ways to kind of welcome in that next generation of royals. So the parents-to-be, they're going to be reuniting very soon for an official engagement. Tell us what to expect there. We will all be watching and looking for the photos.
Tomorrow, bright and early, they're going 2.5 miles west of London to Bristol, where they'll step out and meet with members of the public. They're going to check out a lot of organizations around there, and they're going to pop in for a special workshop with children, which is always amazing to see the two of them together. It gives us a little sneak peek of what they're going to be like as parents together.
I love them together, right? Aren't they great?
They are.
They just have like a very...
Magnetic.
What's that?
Magnetic.
It really is. And we were getting, by the way, some total Meghan vibes from a Prince William and Kate Middleton appearance earlier this week. The coats, the tartan coats are on point. Let's talk about the looks.
Yeah, all about the tartan. Will and Kate stepped out in Dundee, Scotland on Tuesday, which is actually about 15 miles away from where they met and fell in love in college at St. Andrews. And Kate had a major twinning moment with Meghan when she sported her green and blue tartan coat dress by Alexander McQueen. Meghan wore a similar tartan-style coat for her first visit to Scotland in February of last year when she and Harry went to Edinburgh.
Okay, I like that. And Kate doing it with the scarf there. And, okay.
She wore a long green and blue tartan coat from Burberry for that.
Nice. All right. Do we have any others? No? Is that I just want to keep looking at their looks. I'm such a fan.
Yeah, and it's worth noting Kate is wearing a pair of Princess Diana's sapphire drop earrings, which she's worn on several occasions, so it's always really nice to see.
I love the two of them in how they kind of borrow each other's looks and things. Kind of, wait, I think we have the earrings. Look, there we go.
Yeah,
The ones you're
they
mentioning.
were a favorite pair of Diana's and now of Kate's, and both William and Harry have a special collection of Diana's jewelry that they have started to give to Meghan now, and of course Kate owns several pieces.
All right, good stuff there. All right, so many, and Kate, by the way, has worn that before, I believe.
She has, yeah. That's one of her famous rewears. She wore it in 2012 to a visit to St. Andrews, and then again in 2013 on Christmas Day.
There's the side by side through the years with that
All her,
coat, the look through the years.
Style takes.
All right, so many highlights from this appearance. We learned something new though about Prince Louis and another kiddo got very close to Kate. Walk us through this.
So Prince Louis, at 9 months, he has become an expert crawler. Kate revealed he's a fast crawler. Always really fun to learn details of the kids, and Kate's been doing it more and more as she's stepping out. Earlier this month, we learned George is enjoying learning about space in school. Charlotte's loving her ballet classes. So it's fun to get a little glimpse into their personalities.
And just that they're normal kids,
Yeah.
right? Like just surrounded by all this royal thing. How about the kid touching her hair?
Oh, I love that. Kate let one little fan have the royal VIP treatment.
Look at this.
Little girl was so impressed by the blowout, she had to reach out.
She's breaking the
As we
rules,
all
by the
are.
way. That is
was
a
a great
major no-no. You don't touch the royals.
Breaking protocol.
I think we'll let this one pass. So adorable. I love how they connect with the public, and everyone just continues to embrace them.
Yep.
Hey guys, thank you so much, Aaron and Nick, for being here. We will keep an eye out for Harry and Meghan's event tomorrow. You can keep up with all the latest royal happenings on people.com. All right, guys, this week on Couch Surfing, Lola Oganaike will be joined by celebrated actress Marcia Gay Harden. We love her. We know her, of course, from 50 Shades films, The Mist, Into the Wild, won an Oscar for her performance in Pollock. She's done some things.
Yeah, she has. We have a sneak peek at Friday's episode where Lola and Marcia take a look at her role on Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Take a look.
Your character kills her husband's mistress after finding out that he impregnated both of you
but
all at the same time.
This character they wrote, this is the 4th time she appeared. And then this last one, then they gave me the script, I was like, no. Dana isn't somebody who would murder somebody and cover it up all those years.
I think so.
She wouldn't do that. And then said, would you want to do it or not? I was like, oh, I do, because I love the character. I personally still think, and I'll tell you this, Dick, this is Dick Wolf, I'm talking to you right now.
Listen up, Dick.
I think we need to bust Dana out of prison. Yes. Find out that it was all a ruse, that she never did murder that person, that she's been undercover something in prison all this time, and then let's have another episode.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Doing it, there you go. But look, she has certainly played her fair share of intense characters.
And she gets very into them. She gets emotionally invested. And she also says she's upset that her character would ever kill anyone.
Yeah. I also love how she just called out Dick Wolf, right? Like, she's someone who's able to do that. Not many actors can just call out someone, but Marcia, she gets a pass because she's
redeem her.
is who
That's
she
what I
is.
say. Harden didn't only discuss her character on Law & Order, but a slew of others, including her role in the new Lifetime film Love You to Death, which is out right now. You can hear the scoop from Marcia this Friday and catch new episodes of Couch Surfing every Friday on PeopleTV.
Thanks again for inviting me. Grover's had a sleepover, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to come.
How convenient.
You gonna get in on some of this jicama, Calvin? It's in season.
Well, fortunately, so is pizza.
Man, this is great. Nothing like a bunch of guys getting together to watch a big fight. Whoa. I almost just double dipped.
That's a look at the hit CBS comedy, The Neighborhood. We're very excited to be joined now by the hilarious Max himself, Max Greenfield. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
The hilarious
How's it going?
Max.
Well.
Yeah. So
Well.
you're in the middle of this big tour. This has been a busy day for you,
Yeah,
right?
when we come out to New York, it's a big press thing because we're out here. We're here for a few days, and you try to get as many hits as you can.
Can we talk about how adorable it is that you're traveling with your daughter? I just think that's fantastic.
She's never been to New York before, so we were like, let's do it. And then we did all, you know what's funny? Like, because I grew up here, and when you grow up here, you don't do any of the tourist stuff.
It's true.
And then, so we've been doing some of the tourist stuff since we got here. The tourist stuff is great.
Did you guys go
Yeah,
to
it
Times-
turns out,
did you go to
like,
Times-
everyone here
did you
should
go to
do it.
Times Square?
It's the best. We like went to the plaza, and had breakfast, and I was like, this is great. We should do this every day.
Why did I do this when I lived
We
here?
did like the carriage ride through the park.
Oh,
Phenomenal. Best thing ever.
Yeah.
Especially with the cold and stuff, you can kind of cozy up.
Yeah,
Like, right?
We didn't do it today. Was like a little too
Okay.
cold, but we did it yesterday. And it was just we did like blanket, the best.
That's amazing and so cute, so
Yeah.
New York.
Is there something you must do, like something that you really want to show her that from your time that you can show her? I mean, she's only 9, right? So
I don't know. I mean, the city's so great.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like I find that just being in the city itself and getting to experience it and feeling like
That's cool.
Yeah, probably really cool for her too. Let's talk about the show a little bit. You guys
Okay,
just got
all right.
renewed. We'll go back to that, but you guys just got renewed for season 2, so
Yeah.
congratulations.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah, where, you're in the middle of season 1, but where would you love to see the show or your storyline go?
I mean,
moving forward.
season 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I they used to ask us this on New Girl all the time, and I feel the same way about this show, which is I love these writers. Jim Reynolds, who runs the show, the entire writing staff, they do such an amazing job, and for me, I'm just excited to see where they take it. And then it's always a surprise. We get our new drafts of shows on Tuesday night, and we read them Wednesday morning, and it's always such an exciting thing to be like, okay, what are we doing this week?
Yeah.
'Cause it's like putting on a little play, especially on a multicam, where you rehearse all week and then you have a tape night.
What I love about this show and the shows that you've been in, you can tell the team is dynamic, and this is a weird way to put it, but like as you watch and you hear the jokes, it's like, oh, that's not the first one they thought of. Like it got mulled over, and like you really got it to a place. You got people like Cedric the Entertainer there, and people that are very funny to really get it to a smart and funny level.
Well, the writers are incredible,
Yeah.
and what's so much fun about being on a multicam is that you kind of get to see the script progress throughout the week. So you read a version of it on Wednesday, and then the writers go out and they tweak and they adjust based on notes, and then we get to do it in front of them on Thursday. They do the same thing, and then again on Friday, and you get to see the script move along, and by Tuesday, it's incredible.
Cedric made it. He was here just recently. He made it seem like you guys just are partying all the time. Like it's
It's
fun.
the best. It's a really
hanging out.
wonderful group. I mean, between Tashina, who's done this for so long and who is just incredible, Cedric, obviously, Beth Bears, who's done this forever and is so great. It's just a bunch of, they all sort of like know what we're doing, and it's really nice when you have that kind of group and everybody's on the same page, and when that's the case, it's always a lot of fun.
Is there a certain bonding activity you do like after or like a certain pregame you kind of do before you do?
We do like a little pre-game sort of prayer, and we all get together and just like, we're very grateful to be doing the show, and we just remind ourselves of that. And then we go out there, and it's so nice to have Cedric on the show because he's he's a wonderful leader, but he's also, such a born performer and gets in front of the audience.
Oh, does he do a little warm up with the crowd?
Oh, totally. He introduces the show and he gets everybody like ready and really gets the audience like revved up. And
for me, like when he was here, when I was in college, our apartment watched him and his comedy all the time. I find him
the best.
So funny. I think it's hilarious. Is he the funniest guy on set? Is that easy?
Yeah.
Who's a close second? Are you in there, the top 5?
I don't.
I
think everybody is funny in their own way. But
Yeah.
Cedric is obviously. I mean, he's the first one to sort of like break a scene up and do something crazy and get the audience sort of like, whoa, no one was expecting that.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, and then he'll just laugh about it and be like, no, we'll do it for real. We'll do it.
Yeah, with the live audience, I mean, what is that like? Because you can't really mess up there. I mean, what's that dynamic like?
We mess up for
Yeah.
sure. But it's great. It really like it provides a totally different energy. And you're doing these small plays where you're allowed to mess up and it's okay. And it's great. I truly love it. I'd always sort of wanted to do a show like this, and to be on one that is just where the writing is so strong is a real dream come true.
Yeah, now on the show we see a lot of your legs.
We've noticed.
Yeah,
We
like
actually
the
have
short
some-
shorts, kind of a Tom Cruise nod there.
have a-
When you first,
there we go.
I think we have, yeah. I'm not just saying this, we have proof.
Yeah.
Did they tell you you're gonna be showing off your legs so much?
I requested it.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I said, listen, if I'm going to do this show, I really want to showcase my legs. I've been working on them, and I'd like to show everybody.
Yeah. Well, there we
Well,
go.
you
We're
rock
just
the
enjoying
short
it.
shorts. Just
All
so
right.
we noticed.
I wasn't expecting the slit.
Like all the way up.
The all the way up split. Like I didn't even really know that they made shorts like that.
At that
That
point.
basically goes to your stomach.
And then I thought we put them on, and I was like, I guess if we're gonna do this,
Yeah.
we should.
Was it like leg day at the gym for a week leading up to that scene, or was it just kind of?
I used to do that a little bit on New Girl because I was so naked all the time, and
Yeah.
I would stress out about it. Now I've stopped caring.
Almost like more
I'm
funny
just they're gonna be what they're gonna be.
Yeah. This is who I am.
We were talking about this
Yeah.
earlier on the show. Are you the guy that wears shorts in the winter when it's cold?
I mean, no. God, no.
We had some crazy kid in Minnesota rolling around in negative 20 degrees in shorts. What's going on?
These are children.
But he wouldn't,
children.
he
These
wouldn't
are
say his name
children.
because he didn't want his mom to find out.
Yeah.
I mean, if that was my child, I'd lose my mind.
So you hear that, daughter that's in the other room? All right, so let's talk about this. You're also set to return to Veronica Mars, the big reboot. What's your reaction you first hear that this is something?
I was really exciting. I'd run into those guys, to Rob Thomas and Dan Etheridge, who were working on iZombie, I think, at the time, in Vancouver. And we had totally ran into each other randomly, and they were like, we're thinking about doing this again as a limited series. Would you be interested? And at that point, I was like, I mean, I love them so much and love working with Kristen, and thought, this is the perfect job right now. And then it all worked out, and it what a fun experience.
The fans are
Yeah.
there
So
for
what
it,
are you
yeah.
hoping for your character? Maybe a
I don't know.
romance?
I don't know. I can't. I don't know that I can spoil anything. I'm sort of working simultaneously on both shows right now, but it's great. And it's the same. What's cool is it's the same show, but on Hulu now, where they can kind of do anything.
Right.
And I think they're taking advantage of that.
That's great. The whole new set of options for you as an actor and everyone else. It's the kind of thing that, I don't know, I feel like how fortunate to be able to have a run on these great shows and then to be lucky enough to be part of this wave of reboots.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to continue. Like, hopefully the Neighborhood goes for,
So you'll have them like staggered, so you're always doing a reboot or a new thing.
like God willing, it'll go for 5, however many years, and then by that time they'll want to do a New Girl reboot.
And that one comes
And
back.
we'll do that for a couple of years.
You're
Constant
set.
cycle.
You are set.
Can we talk about this? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar going to be a writer on the revival of that.
Believe it?
I mean, that's, to me, out of left field. I mean, I know he does a lot of stuff. And
There's a lot of articles.
I guess Kareem was a big fan of the show and has been, and obviously is an incredible writer. I don't know if you've read any of his books. He wrote this one about John Wooden recently in his relationship with him. It's really phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I guess he was a big fan of the show.
He's a good writer. He's very thoughtful, but I didn't think this was his lane.
And well, Rob Thomas, apparently his reaction to Kareem wanting to write on it, I think without having read anything, was just like, absolutely. We need Kareem in this room.
We need Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the
yeah.
script.
And then when I heard about it, I was like, yes, he needs to be on this.
Have you met him yet?
I have not met him, no.
You're probably really excited though.
It's all I want.
That's really cool. I also want to talk about New Girl. We miss it. I mean, it was such a hit show.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
it's
was
coming back for a reboot. We're thinking
might
about
be.
it.
Yeah.
What specifically do you miss the most about working with that cast and your time there?
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. I think you just miss the people.
Yeah.
You know, we had a wonderful crew, we had wonderful writers. Everybody on that thing was great, and it was just, I think you miss going to work every. Like that's when it ends. That's what you really like. That's what hits you is that you're not going to see these people every day that you had for the past 7 years.
It's probably a good reminder to not take anything for granted when you get on a new show with a new cast.
Oh, so when we
because
got
then you always look back and you miss those
yeah,
times.
when we got picked up for a second season recently, the network came in after a run through and said, "How would you like to do this for another year?" I did not think that it was going to hit me the way that it did, and while everybody's running around screaming, like there's a video of it, I sort of jet off to the side, and it was just like, huh, and just really, I start crying.
Oh.
Did you break down?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't break down and like, but I just, it was like a real like full gratitude cry of just, wow, this is really rare and this is wonderful and I feel like, you know, we're with a bunch of people that don't take it for granted, and it just is like, it really was, it was a nice moment.
Yeah, soaking up the moments there. But you and Jake Johnson, your friendship continues, right? Like it seems like, unfortunately. Yeah, I was going to ask you if you could describe the relationship in one word. Obviously, you hate each
We
other.
love him. We've had him on the show too.
What would it be?
I'm sorry to hear that. Pass.
Pass on that one. What's an ideal guys' night look like for you guys if you're hanging out?
Just texting dumb stuff to one another. we don't want to be in the same room, but we'll like text a bunch of stuff together. Every once in a while, we'll be like, "Hey man, should we hang out?" And he'll go, "No." Okay, I guess we'll just text for the next 2.5 hours. But God forbid we see each other. Jake.
Good.
No, I was gonna say, is there a group text for New Girl? I feel like a lot of these shows have these epic group texts. How often is that visited?
Anytime someone does something dumb in the press, which is often, or like if somebody has a movie coming out, it
kicks up.
That's interesting. So actors will, like, if someone does a dumb interview or does something, says
We
something.
found out Lamorne was doing a British accent in a movie that he has coming up, and there was about a 3-hour group text. What? We need footage. Please give us a taste of this.
Like run some lines with this.
Yeah,
just so
he
we have it on
finally
tape
like
somewhere.
gave us a little bit of it. I mean, it was the anticipation was better because we were killing him beforehand, and then he sent
Just
us.
because
and
it's
we were
big
all like,
roast.
Sounds pretty good, man.
It's actually, you're doing really good.
Yeah, he finally like sent us to it. He was so nervous to send it. They sent him. We were like, God Almighty, we were gonna kill you, but it sounds good. I guess.
What's the last thing they roasted you about in that group text?
Oh God, I can't even. I don't know. Every once in a while, we'll send like funny pictures of each other's kids to one another. We'll be like, look what my kids doing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of your kids, do you bring them to set? What do they make of this whole thing?
Yeah. Well, my daughter, who's 9, will come to tapings. And it's great. It's so much fun. I think it's wonderful. It's like a nice way for her to be a part of it, and she gets to see how the whole show works. Because we shoot the whole show in one night, it's really cool. She gets to be a part of that and see everybody sort of working together. And I feel like she's learning a lot about how the cameras work and about how production works. And
That's
it's
cool.
great.
Yeah. And like exposure to the life like that. At 9 years old, I mean, parenting's always these different phases. Is she aware of, hey, Dad's kind of famous and got like shows that like every dad's not like this?
Yeah, I mean, she sort of like came up when I was on New Girl, and so she would see billboards and commercials, and then it started to dawn on her like Dad's on TV.
It's like, wait, why are you on that big billboard? Why
Yeah, you would think that she'd be like Dad's special, and I think it actually worked in the reverse, and she's like,
high roll. It's all about me and the kid, right?
Or just like, what are you doing up there? Why would they put you up there?
Should we talk about the film? What Men Want?
Yeah.
Taraji P. Henson's in this.
You guys got to see this movie.
Okay,
it's so good. I had not seen it. Everybody's like, have you not seen the movie? I go, I like to watch at the premiere. I don't like. Sometimes you see these movies like 3 times before the premiere.
So you want like the fresh take?
Yeah, you're like, I want to go there and watch it for the first time. It's so good. It's so funny.
Taraji P. just got her star on the Walk of Fame. She's
mean,
killing it. Wait, like, explain working with her, memorable moment.
Yeah, totally. So, like, I play a small role in the film. She's a sports agent in the movie, and I play one of the agents at work. So I'm part of, like, the work world. But there are many different worlds in this movie, which I was not a part of and got to see for the first time when I saw the movie. And it is deeply funny, this movie. Adam Shankman, who directed it, did such a phenomenal job. And you would think that I thought that you know, it would be a version of the first one, and you'd have Taraji in it. It's not. It's its full-own movie, and it is. There are huge comedic moments in this. Taraji is a full-blown comedy star. She really does, she does a phenomenal job of balancing like truly big comedy moments and the heart of the film. And then Erykah Badu
really
gives a performance in this that is so next level.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're getting us hyped.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what, with Taraji, my feel from her, just as a fan watching, is that she's so aware of herself and how she's looked and perceived on camera that she can do it for the drama, or like she can really kill it in a funny like look or one-off or something like that.
She is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pete Davidson, also in the movie. You posted a photo of the two of you recently. So we actually saw John Mulaney. He posted a comparison of their dressing rooms. Pete's was a total mess. So how did Pete's trailer compare to yours? Like, who had the messy one? Who had the clean one?
I never visited Pete's dressing room.
We know it's messy.
I don't know. Who knows, man? You know, when he's working, maybe he keeps it real clean. I'm not real sure. But we had a good time.
Did you?
Yeah.
I love Pete. I've known Pete for a long time. He is truly the best. I love him.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad to see that like people are really starting to recognize how funny and talented he is. And he is, I mean, I think that guy's a big star.
I imagine he's trying to make people crack up on set. Is that how it goes down?
Yeah, I mean, we have a good time. Like, you know, especially in a movie like this, it's just like, let's all be there and have a great time. And I think, you know, there was a lot of that.
He's been through a lot. It seems like he's doing well though.
He's doing great.
Good.
I mean, I certainly hope so.
All right, so before we go, since you're in What Men Want, we want to play a little game we like to call What Max Wants. Are you ready?
For this?
So rapid fire, choosing between
All
two
right,
things.
here we go.
It's quick. It's quick and easy.
Very quick, right?
All right, dog or cat?
Dog.
Nice. Leg day or ab day?
Leg day.
Yeah? Oh, well, we know. We saw those pictures of the legs.
Yeah.
CrossFit or cycling?
CrossFit.
Oh, you're a CrossFit guy.
Shower or bath?
Shower.
Yeah, it's just quicker.
No particular order here. Boxers or briefs?
Briefs.
Briefs, okay.
Sleeping in socks or not sleeping in socks?
No socks.
Yeah.
Date night, out on the town or Netflix and chill?
Mix it up.
Oh, go
Okay.
out and then come back early, Netflix and chill.
That sounds great.
Okay.
This is a running theme on our show. We need to know this one. Peanut butter, crunchy or creamy?
Crunchy.
Yes!
Whoa!
Oh my gosh, yes!
That's the
So
first
happy.
one out of many.
You want
made my day.
to get a real good one? Almond butter crunchy.
Oh, but
I just discovered that.
That seems
Nice.
dense, like
Very
dense and
good.
dry.
it's all about the crunch.
Very good.
All
All right,
hey,
Max, thank you so much.
great to talk to
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Thanks so
Guys,
much.
The Neighborhood airs Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern on CBS, so go check it out.
We're taking one last look at our People poll. You can be a part of this if you want. Marcia Gay Harden broke down some of her biggest projects on our sneak peek of couch surfing. So we've been asking about your favorite Marcia roles. Checking in on the poll.
Oh, Jeremy, 14% The Mist. Your little
Have you
Mist.
seen The Mist?
Nope.
All right.
Well, Jeremy's all about it, and
Is that a scary movie?
kind
Sounds
of
scary.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so it rolls in. Mist rolls in.
All right.
What's your favorite? Do you have one? No.
She was in Pollock, right?
Yeah. Won the
yeah.
Academy Award.
Yeah, she's incredible.
All
There
right,
it is.
there
We
you
should have
go.
put that on there instead of the Mist.
I don't know what
that's the
Mist
write-in.
is.
That's the write-in option.
We'll have another question of the day tomorrow. Max will not be here to weigh in. He'll probably tweet about
You
it
never
though.
know.
We'll look
Maybe
for
he'll
that.
come back.
What
Coming.
actor or actress is tomorrow's day?
Well, I'll find out.
Yassine.
Our favorite
Maybe it'll be you.
favorite Max show. Coming up tomorrow, Siri Daly, food blogger extraordinaire and wife of Carson, is stopping by to show us some super easy Super Bowl snacks that are going to get your party going on Sunday.
Plus, Tracy Morgan and Taraji P. Henson from the movie What Men Want, which we were just talking about, are sharing exclusive on-set details, including some hilarious and steamy moments. You don't want to miss it. All right, thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from Marie Osmond. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Marie Osmond, and this is One Last Thing. The last song that stuck in my head, we just talked, I said Michael McDonald, so I'm thinking, any fool will leave. That's the last song as of last minute. Last blooper on stage. Oh, I've had quite a few. I had a guy come up, his pants fell off. Duct tape is a beautiful thing. Extension fell out into the audience. It was lovely. I think my last big blooper was working with Donnie.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
My last moment of bliss, I held my new grandson It's awesome. He's 3 months old when I held him, and I just got to hug him the other day, and he smiled, and there's nothing better.